Hello! For this video I wanted to share with you 10 things I do when I'm bored. This list could also work as 10 things I do when I procrastinate. So the first thing on this list that I do when I am bored. Alltså nu får ni ta och ställa in motorcyklarna. Sommaren är slut. So the first thing on this list that I do when I'm bored is watch YouTube or Netflix. What can I say? My favourite YouTubers that I just love watching are Kayla Nicholson, and she does Youtober, so she posts one video for every single day of October, and it's really autumnal and inspirational. Yeah, it's really entertaining. I also really like watching Rachel Lee's videos. She's moving to Canada soon, so she's been packing up all her flat, and it's really interesting to watch. I also love watching Bella Fiore's Mystery Mondays. It's like solved cases, unsolved cases. It's really good. Really good. Something I've been loving watching on Netflix recently is Rupaul's Drag Race. It's so good. Quality entertainment. Love it so much. A series that always works is Friends. Love it so much. You don't even have to watch it in order, you could just put a random episode on and it's just as good. Right, okay, so another thing that I do when I'm bored, and I'm gonna sound like such a grandmother, but I knit. And I usually knit while I'm watching Netflix or YouTube because I need to have something in my hands for some reason. It can't just be me, can it? When I'm sat watching something, I need to have something in my hands and I don't want it to be my phone. So usually I knit. And I've made plenty of scarves. Made so many scarves. I want to learn how to knit socks because winter is coming and in Sweden it gets pretty cold, so why not liksom? The third thing that I do when I'm bored is to film snippets of stuff for videos, especially now when it's autumn and all the leaves are changing and it's really nice. I like to film little sequences to be able to put them into videos. It's good to have, I guess, because you could just put them in videos and make it aesthetically pleasing, I guess. Number 4 on the list of things that I do when I'm bored is play my guitar or my ukulele. I took guitar lessons from the age of 9 to 18, which makes it sound like I should be a professional, but I'm not. This lady did not do her guitar homework and has come back and bit her in the ass. So sometimes I play my guitar. I bought a ukulele a couple of years ago. 2 years ago? 2 years ago. I can't remember. I bought it a couple of years ago or a year ago. No, 2 years ago. The ukulele is fun for private use, but it's also really practical for what I'm studying. It's important to sing and play with the children. The 5th thing that I do when I'm bored, some of you might think it's really strange, but I do laundry when I'm bored. There's just something very therapeutic about putting it in the washing machine, then hanging it up to dry. And when it's dry, taking it down and folding it. My mum's a laundry freak as well, so at least there's 2 of us. Let me know if you're one of us. The 6th thing on my list of things I do when I'm bored is yoga/karate. Karate is more like scheduled. Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays. What the heck? On a good week, it would be 4 times. Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday mornings. But we don't live in a dream world, do we? So I'm happy if I get Mondays and Wednesdays, and Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays. Karate is more like scheduled, so it's not like, oh, I'm bored, let's go train karate. It's more like scheduled time for that. Yoga is more like, okay, let's do some yoga. I've got some spare time, I'm bored, let's do yoga. I'm practicing on my headstand, but there's a part of me that's really careful. I didn't crawl underneath the table until I was 3, because you could hit your head. That careful part of myself still exists. So when I decided to learn how to do a headstand, a part of me is scared that I'm gonna break my neck. But hey, that makes for a great storytime video. Another thing that I do when I'm bored is research for future videos. I've done research for Vikings, I've done research for Sweden's flag, I've done research for Gustav Vasa, Swedish language that I speak fluently because I am Swedish. Number 8 on this list is something that just happens to be on my phone, and when I'm bored I just end up there. I just end up on Pinterest scrolling to look at all the inspirational pictures. I want to know, but I also don't want to know how many hours I've spent on Pinterest. The 9th thing on this list, and again you might think it's a bit strange, but decluttering. Decluttering. There is something so satisfying with decluttering your surroundings, your environment, your phone. It's something I do when I'm bored and when I procrastinate. When I need to study the most, that's when I start decluttering. So, at least I'm being productive somewhere. We have come to the last thing on this list. Number 10. Number 10 on this list is reading a book. That is not a textbook for uni. At the beginning of the summer, I was so excited to read books that I wanted to read, that no one was forcing me to read. And I just ended up finishing one book this summer, which was The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. I brought 2 books with me to Cyprus. I ended up finishing Marie Kondo's, but I don't know, I was disappointed because I thought I would be reading so much by the pool, by the beach, but I just kept falling asleep. Cassie was very impressed by my IBS burps and my ability to fall asleep whenever and wherever. Like the Shakira song. I was hoping that I would finish Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban this summer, but I didn't. I'm on chapter 6. Chapter 6? And how many chapters are there? I'm on chapter 6 out of 22. But I've also got some book recommendations for you. So, here is my all-time favourite book. The Collector by John Fowles. And it's really good. It's written in 1963. It is written in 1963. So this book is about a guy who stalks a girl, and then something happens, and then something else happens, and then something else happens, and it's really good. I can't spoil it, can I? It's really good. I really like it. It's really good. I actually want to read it again. It would be the 3rd time. Other books that I really recommend are these. Milk and Honey and The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur. She's a poet, and these 2 books are just so beautiful. The poems in them are just lovely, and I really like it. And I think you should read them. This book was a Christmas present back in 2014, and I still haven't read it, but I am actually gonna put it on my bedside table so that I can start reading it, and it is The Zombie Survival Guide complete protection from the living dead. Probably won't hurt to prepare yourself for what might come. You never know. But yeah. A couple of days ago we watched that film with Brad Pitt, World War Z. It's about zombies and it just really freaks me out. I watched The Walking Dead, but zombies, the idea of could it happen for real scares me. And I don't think my IBS would be able to handle a zombie apocalypse. I would be first to go because I wouldn't get killed by zombies. I would just end up shriveled up from dehydration because I'd crap myself to death. So there you have it, a list of 10 things that I do when I'm bored, that I also do when I procrastinate. Let me know down in the comments if you have any recommendations for YouTube channels, Netflix series, or books. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.